My name is Erin Remme, and I am INDY's March Warrior. And this is my family. This is my husband, Josh. We've been together since 2002, actually. Married since 2007. We just renewed our vows in Jamaica, so we made it official again. This is my oldest, Carter. He is 9 years old, and he is a third grader at St. Michael. This is my middle one. Her name is Reese, and she is 6, about to be 7, and she is in first grade. And then we have number 3 here. How can we even forget? We can't ever forget you, can we?
No.
Our crazy little guy, Mr. Harrison, and he is how old? 3? Can you show the camera? He's 3 years old. And then, of course, Lily has to be in the center of attention. We've had Lily for a long time. She's 10 years. She's 10. Yep, she's 10 years old. I can't do it.
Do it.
No. Did you do it?
Yeah.
I work at Maple Grove Hospital as an OB nurse, and I worked as an educator, and I was actually doing new hire orientation. So I had a whole group of new hires for the hospital that I was working with. I was doing my thing, and then at lunch I happened to go upstairs and my OB was on, and I had just had this lump that kept getting bigger. I had been breastfeeding my youngest, Harrison, and he had weaned at that point, and then by the time he was weaning, the lump just started to get bigger. So the nurse and me said, okay, with breastfeeding, it's normal for lumps to be there. When you're done breastfeeding, it's not normal for them to stay there and to get bigger. So I actually went into a patient's room with her. It was like during our lunch break. Like I was like, hey, can you just check this out? It's weird, it's a lump. I'm not that worried about it, but just like, can you look at it? I used to get really emotional when I used to talk about this, so it was a hard day, but I looked up at her as she was checking me out, and I knew it wasn't normal. She told me, I'm not concerned, but let's get you in right away for an ultrasound. Well, as a nurse, you know that if someone's getting you in within the next hour to see a radiologist, that it's probably something. So I actually went down to my boss, and I said I couldn't complete the rest of the day, and she was incredibly supportive, and actually told me to call my sister-in-law to come with me to the appointment. And I was like, why do I need my sister-in-law there? Or why do I need someone there? I'm like, it's fine. They're just gonna ultrasound it. It'll be great. But I ended up having my sister-in-law come with me, and thank God I did, because we went down right away, got an ultrasound, and once again, I read the faces of the ultrasound tech. She just wasn't small talking with me, and I knew she was seeing something that wasn't normal. Radiologist came in, told me that he couldn't use the actual word of cancer because you can't diagnose until pathology has come back, but he said, your lump looks very, very suspicious. So I guess that was kind of the day that changed my life, incredibly. It was Labor Day weekend, so I had to wait until Monday for pathology reports, Tuesday for pathology reports, which is the worst thing ever. So if I ever recommend to anyone, do not find out if you're getting cancer on a holiday weekend, because it's a really long wait. But found out then that Tuesday that it was breast cancer, and that we would go in to see a surgeon, and we would come up with a plan for that week. I ended up going in to meet with a breast surgeon. They recommended a breast MRI, which isn't entirely standard, but they kind of recommended it for me since I'm young. I was 31, and was sitting in the breast surgeon's office with my mom, kind of coming up with a plan, thinking, okay, I'm gonna have surgery, I'm gonna do chemo maybe, we'll do this for a couple months and we'll be done. Surgeon came in and just really didn't know what to say. And she said, I can't believe it, but we see things on your sternum and all over your ribs. And at that point, I just didn't really know what that meant. I worked in OB, I worked in cardiac. I have never worked in oncology, so I just didn't know what that meant. And she said, well, at this point, I'm not going to do surgery because you'll have to meet with an oncologist because it's now gone past your breast. Once again, I just didn't really know what that meant, but I obviously Dr. Googled when I got home that day and found out that it was actually stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. Google at that point was telling me that there's a time limit and it's terminal. It's usually 24 to 36 months as average life expectancy for stage 4 breast cancer. My mind was racing, my heart was spinning, I felt like I was gonna throw up. I just went into this place where I was just incredibly scared. So I think that was like probably the hardest day. I think that was like the scariest day. The first time, saying that I had breast cancer was scary, but I knew that everyone that's had breast cancer is fine. They do surgery, they maybe do chemo, and they're great. But now I had been introduced into this whole world of stage 4 that actually not a lot of people talk about. So we all see all these pretty pink ribbons and these marches where people wear tutus, and you think breast cancer is one of the better ones to get because it just, they kind of make it look like a pretty pink party, and yeah, it sucks for 6 months or whatever, but then you're over it. So I was kind of introduced to this whole world of stage 4 and terminal breast cancer, and it was scary. But yeah, I guess this 2 years I've been busy. I officially retired as an OB nurse. I miss it like crazy, but my work family has been a huge part of this whole process. They haven't left my side yet. I don't think they ever will. They've been so supportive. I stay home with my kiddos, and I'm a professional chauffeur / hockey mom / gymnastics mom / dance mom / oh my gosh, however many more sports we can sign them up for. I actually just held an event last September for stage 4 research, working with Medivivor, which is a nonprofit that gives 100% to stage 4 breast cancer research. Every penny goes to research, which is very uncommon in this world. We raised close to $200,000 net. Our inaugural year, we had over 700 people there. Biggest Metsquarade that there has been in the United States to date, and we've grossed over 300,000. So we're having another event this year. I've just been blown away. I always say I wouldn't ever wish cancer upon anyone. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemies. I don't think I have enemies, but I wouldn't do it anyways. But sometimes I wish people could live in my world for just 15 minutes and just feel the love and feel how much good is in this world. I think a lot of us tend to focus on the bad, and there's a lot of good. And there's a lot of good when you're good to people. And I'm so thankful for that. It's just been amazing, and I can't imagine going through this without that love and support, because I don't think I would last very long.
And what did we just read in that passage? Do you remember, Emerson? Or Carter?
Alright, Carter.
Yes.
That there are some steep hills and hardships.
There's gonna be some.
Can I cut it?
Reese, just a second. There's gonna be some steep. Carter, wait. There's gonna be some steep hills and some hardship. Okay. All right, Reese. Just Reese. paper?
Yeah. We gotta get this.
Reese,
Nana, we gotta get this in the scrapbook.
Like her baby hair?
No, Mom should have a chemo scrapbook.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You guys should save that hair.
Okay.
Okay, we can save a little bit.
Hey, there. That's like probably enough.
Yay!
First hair.
Reese,
Oh, Mom, it still looks
what
pretty
did you
good.
just do? I'm just kidding.